I always say as well, the way you talk to yourself is also the way you're going to show up to the outside. So a lot of it is actually just a mindset that you don't let it get in your head that like, because you're a woman, you might be less deserving or you might not deserve to be in the room or whatsoever. It's more about like detaching yourself even from those kind of labels, basically. That's exactly what we were saying earlier. Don't say female, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender you have because you're just as capable to do the job. And as you know, there is studies out there actually that, most of the time I came across a really interesting article just this week, actually, that most of the time the women in leadership positions, they are way more competent and they have a much greater impact, but they think just less of themselves. Whereas often, I'm just generalizing here, our male counterparts, they kind of overestimate their kind of skills. Most of the time, we think we're the only ones struggling. And putting your hand up while you're in a very senior role and you have maybe 50, 100 people reporting to you, showing the hand and say, I don't know how to do this, I'm really struggling here, is a really, really big one. So this is why we created specifically that space that you can come together with like-minded people in similar roles and at the same time work for very similar businesses, that you don't have to almost justify and explain why in your particular business or company it might be different. Everyone has the same basis to work from because it is a male-dominated industry. It is mostly fast-paced. It's very highly dynamic. And that's also where I attract a lot of my clients because I know how it is to be in their shoes. And then you already work from a very different basis because you simply feel like those people get me and I feel safe to open up. Never assume that people know what you want. And the other thing is sometimes we are afraid of asking for it. But then I always say, like, if you don't ask, it's going to be a no for sure. You want to make sure that you enjoy this journey. We spend most of our time at work as such, and with our colleagues. So for me, it's always about like, make sure that like what you do is a fire that actually fuels you and doesn't burn you from the inside out.